part 2 of Talking to the Moon video. If you haven't learned that scale, the G Mixolydian, please pause this video and reload Talking to the Moon scale part 1. Okay, I'm assuming you've watched part 1 and you know the scale. You know now that the notes C is over here, B is over here for the E7. We mentioned that in the previous video. There's your A at fret 5. There's my G at fret 3, and we borrowed the F, as we said, out the box. The original song's actually piano, so we're sort of going to change it to get more of a sort of a bass vibe to it, to sort of get a fuller sound, because we can, and it's a nice song, and why can't bassists play piano songs? Of course we can. Okay, so we're going to do something that sounds like this. Here's your C, there's the B for the E7. Notice the A minor to G changes quicker. On the counting, or the bars, you're simply counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So on the third beat of the third bar, you're changing from the G to the A. And then obviously the fourth bar would be the F1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like that, for example. On the rhythm, slow motion. See the little double up with my finger there? You can see it again one more time. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer there so you can make sure your finger technique is nice and smooth. It's a nice rhythm to do this. And like we said, the original Talking to the Moon doesn't have a bass guitar, and so we being creative and adding our own thing. Check this out. That sounds pretty cool. Now, we did say earlier as well that in the first video, if you want to play along with the original, you actually need capo fret 4. So on bass guitar, what does this mean? It means everything you've learned. Let's just focus on the fretting hand. Everything I've learned here, I'll simply move up 4 frets. So I've started on there, and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, and I do exactly the same thing, but from fret 7, because 3 plus 4 is 7. And now I go, and it's going to sound pretty cool. So if you want to jam with the YouTube track, or if you've got the CD of Talking to the Moon, this is where you should be playing it. We transposed it. Transpose means changed key to the key of C, because it was easier to just understand the concept of the scale. And also for your guitarist as well, if he hasn't got a capo, you'll be playing the chords C, E7, A minor and all that. So I'm not going to transpose the notes and say this is E and that's D sharp. It's not about that. The purpose over here is just to see how the scale provides us with the notes that we need for the song. Okay, if you're not sure that, again, WhatsApp me, be more than happy to answer it. And just to say cheers, and I'm hoping that the YouTube bots don't pick up this now. I'm going to jam along with the original CD from the E, so you can hear what it sounds like if I were to add a bass guitar to the original Talking to the Moon. Going to pause quickly, load up the song, and I'll be back shortly. And as promised, I'm back. I'm starting over here. This note is E. We're doing that plus 4 we spoke about, and what we mean by plus 4 is we're moving everything we've learned so far 4 frets up in order to jam with the original. I'm going to put the backtrack on in the background now. You can hear the piano. The piano just plays E the whole way through till he starts singing round about now. E. There's the E7, obviously with the capo. And there's your A minor. And it works quite nicely. And one more time, there's the E replacing C. That's your replacement for the E7 and A minor. And we home dry. And that's pretty much how it works. And if you were to play it now with your mate, just lower. Obviously you have to imagine the chords now. It's still going to sound good, just in a different key. So that's another nice, very important lesson to learn about bass, normal guitar, even ukulele, is that whatever we learn, we can actually move it. that's the nice thing. We don't have to worry about black or white notes on pianos that change the physical shapes when you're playing it. We simply just take everything we've learned and we transpose, we move it. Here we go, check this out. There's the C we just did. There's the B for the E7. There's your A minor. And to the G via to the F. And I'm not going to sing because you're not going to watch my videos again. But if you imagine Bruno Mars with a deeper voice, you've got your tune. And the chorus obviously has D minor G. I want you for homework to try and work at the chorus yourself. See what you can do with the chords. The rhythm stays the same. Find the note D. Okay, here's a spoiler. There's D. Okay. But you got all the notes. Listen to the song carefully. It's a really awesome song. And if you get stuck, let me know. And the reason why I don't want to play it right now is because I would like us to learn how to work out from chord charts yourself. So you've got your scale, you've got your notes, and hoping to hear from you. Otherwise, have an awesome day. Thank you. Cheers, bye.